Oh, okay. Like I said, it's something I'd have to see. I believe you. I just would have to see it to know how to do it. Come on, Aiden. Get the right angle, buddy.
Shit!
No, that's not it. That'll do.
Move!
Oh, he fell in the water.
No time to waste.
No, he didn't.
Please state the nature of your emergency. You guys need to get over here. Something's happened.
Perfect.
This is squad. We got a green light on
Alrighty, now.
suspect now.
Please do not stand at the edge of the boat as you do not have a life preserver. If you look to your right, you'll see the skyline of Chicago, known in many quarters of the world as the Windy City. A construction crane over here is building a additional level onto a structure I don't know the name of. All the way to the left out here, you'll see the Merlot Hotel. That's a fictional hotel. It does not actually exist in the real city of Chicago. And then beyond it, you'll see a greatly scaled down version of the Navy Pier, which is an actual Chicago landmark. Here, the large building, the large black building with the V formations on it, that's the game's rendition of the Hancock Tower. Now, what's fascinating about the Hancock Tower is that it is a residential building. The top floors are actually occupied by multi-million-dollar apartments, and they are so far off of the streets of Chicago that many residents, particularly in the winter months, or when it might be storming at their level, they have to actually call down to the concierge desk to find out what the weather is like on the ground. So it could be completely different where they are. So that's another fascinating fun fact about Chicago. Also, within the Merlot Hotel are a number of glitches. You can actually hide inside the walls in the Merlot and even convince your friends and companions that the place is haunted with your spirit, even though you're still alive. It's another fun fact about the city of Chicago. Additional landmarks you can see from this vantage point, far off in the distance. You can see the Aeon Tower, A-E-O-N Tower. Thank you, I appreciate that. We will use our viewfinder here to show you exactly which building I'm referring to when I talk about the Aeon Tower. This is the Aeon Tower right there. I've been to the top of that tower. There's a restaurant up there with a phenomenal view of Millennium Park immediately to the south. You can also see the Chicago Art Museum, the Bean, which is the silver statue that rests in Millennium Park. You can see the amphitheater that is in Millennium Park, the marina. You can also see Soldier Field in the real city of Chicago. However, Soldier Field is not rendered in this game. You can't see it from here, but if we had additional time to continue our tour of the city of Chicago by water, we could head over to the fictitious area known as Parker Square, where May Stadium is rendered. May Stadium is a fictitious representation that actually merges two architectural styles, one from Soldier Field, which I mentioned earlier is the real football stadium in the city of Chicago, and there are some architectural elements borrowed from Wrigley Field as well, the home of the Chicago Cubs, in Chicago's Short North neighborhood, which would pretty much be, well, that way from where we are in the real Chicago. Off the right side of the boat and a little bit ahead of us, actually due ahead of us, you'll see the windmill farm. That doesn't exist in real Chicago either. Chicago is not built on a series of islands. It is in fact a port on Lake Michigan through which the Chicago River flows and the Erie Canal.
Wish they all could go down like that.
There we go. And this concludes our tour of the city of Chicago. I will leave you here on your boat as I depart in my version of the game. And Death Angel, you may very well still be here when we return. Let's see if we get him again. Or you want me to YouTube that? Alright, we'll do that. Our tour of Chicago.